Let's talk about Facebook, because it's back in the news again after that security breach. And now we hear that Facebook could be fined as much as $1.63 billion by an EU privacy watchdog for that recent data breach that we found out about on Friday that really did compromise the personal information of more than 50 million users. The regulator is reportedly looking into whether the hack violated the EU's new privacy law, known as General Data Protection Regulation. Well, here to talk about this is the independent analyst Stephanie Hare. Hello there, Stephanie. This isn't really a surprise, is it? The EU is really hot on data protection, and lots of companies right across Europe have had to make vast changes, haven't they, with these new guidelines?
They have, although it should be said we haven't seen the General Data Protection Regulation, the GDPR, tested yet. It only came into effect on the 25th of May. We're now the 1st of October. This is potentially the first big test case for the GDPR.
And it's straight off the bat, really. It's seen this massive data breach and said it's just simply unacceptable. What do you think Facebook will be saying to them in response?
I think we have to be really careful, because the GDPR isn't meant to punish companies for having a data breach. That is just unfortunately part of life and being online. So what they're really going to be looking at is, did Facebook follow the law in terms of they had to let everybody know within 72 hours that they'd had the breach? They did that. We know that the Irish Data Protection Authority has said that Facebook has not provided enough information, so that could get them into trouble. And then they'll be looking at the 3 types of vulnerabilities that were exploited by the hackers, which jeopardized a minimum of 50 million accounts. But Facebook actually logged out automatically 90 million users as a precaution. That tells you right there, this could actually be far bigger than even that.
It's interesting that Mark Zuckerberg has talked about this, saying it's almost like we're in an arms race, really, against the hackers. Certainly, he feels as though the company is doing all it can to try and make sure the system can't be breached, but losing its battle.
Alas, if only that were true, in the sense that Facebook gathers so much private information about you, gives it access to third-party users. And even just recently, when they were doing their dual-factor authentication, which is in theory to help you be safer, they were taking people's phone numbers and then within weeks giving access to advertisers about it. So I think they're really going to be in some, their business model is under threat right now, and they are backing up against this. And we had Guy Rosen, who's one of the Facebook executives, saying, we may never know who did this hack. So it's not even going to be about catching the criminals. It's going to be about changing the way that companies gather data. They need to minimize that.
Do you think there will be fewer deals that Facebook does with other companies? For example, log in via Facebook to create your account?
Well, will it be Facebook pulling that deal back, or will it be other companies, as you rightly say, saying, you know what, working with you creates risk for us, and now we're all on a new landscape of risk management. Let's minimize the risk. Don't use Facebook anymore.
Okay, have to see. Thank you very much, Stephanie Hare. Okay.